Ladies and gentlemen, what is the game plan of one Moses Kuria? That is the question that we want to answer in this analysis of this time. And so if you are coming to the channel for the first time, please take a second and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Earlier today, exactly about 4 hours ago, Moses Kuria posted this, and I want to read it for you, then we analyze it. So he posted, "Today I was hosted by my good friends from the One Kenya Alliance, led by His Excellency Hon Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Wiper of course, Hon Martha Karua, NARC Kenya, Cyrus Jirongo, UDP, and KANU Executive Director George Wainaina, representing Senator Gideon Moi." And then he went ahead and said they invited Chama cha Kazi and myself to join the One Kenya Alliance. Whereas we share many ideals between Chama cha Kazi and Oka, we agreed to work together as long as Oka is not joining the Azimio coalition, which is incompatible with myself and the Chama cha Kazi party. We will hold a follow-up meeting on Wednesday, 2nd March, to agree on the way forward. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we want to look at. First of all, I did a video actually about Kalonzo Musyoka, and I explained to you why Kalonzo Musyoka is hesitating to go into a proper deal with Raila Odinga. And just after some few hours, this post came, and it's actually confirming exactly what I was saying in that video. Kalonzo Musyoka is finding it very difficult or cumbersome or complicated, for that matter, to go straight away and work with Raila Odinga. One of the reasons that I gave in that video was that there's a pressure that is coming from the side of Mount Kenya Foundation, Mount Kenya Forum for Unity. So the Mount Kenya Forum for Unity is the one which is bringing on board Martha Karua, Moses Kuria, Mugi Kunjuri. We also had William Kabogo and the National Assembly Speaker, Justin B. Muturi. But right now, Kabogo and Justin B. Muturi have been actually removed from the equation of the Mount Kenya Forum for Unity. There's this analogy that I want to use, and it is an analogy of, we call it the three-stone engagement. If you look at my thumbnail, that is exactly what I used, and I used an arrow to point. So a three-stone engagement denotes or symbolizes a personal significance that comes when somebody goes ahead to form an agreement with the like-minded people. So if you look at the stone that is the best stone, the stone that is at the base, you know, they represent given seasons that people pass through, especially when they develop their relationships. So in politics, the three-stone engagement represent what is in the past, what is in the current, and what is in the future. You know, with the fact that the future is not known, the stone at the top represents a slight information about the future, because you never know what is going to happen. But because you are coming from the past scenarios, the base is always bigger, because you know that is where you have experienced problems, you have experienced good things, and you have made friends, you have made enemies. And so it is so big, it is so huge. And when you engage in the current is what is holding the top and the base. So the stone at the top is what Moses Kuria is representing. Like, for example, the future. Moses Kuria is trying to establish himself in Mount Kenya region. He's trying to ensure that his party, Chama cha Kazi, gets a wider attention in the Mount Kenya region. You know, he has been grooming himself, and most of the times we've seen Moses Kuria to be somebody who can be able to take Mount Kenya and become even a force to reckon with for years to come, and even become the Mount Kenya kingpin. So if you look at that stone at the top, it is the stone that is representing Moses Kuria, and Moses Kuria in the larger Mount Kenya region. So this three-stone engagement is now combining what the past of Moses Kuria, Martha Karua, Kalonzo Musyoka, and then being in a given setup are moving towards the future. If you remember very well, during the Moses Kuria's homecoming, that was held in Thika Stadium, there is something that Martha Karua actually gave out, and not everybody was so keen on her speech and the context under which she was giving the speech. Martha Karua said that she was actually involving the people in the engagement, and she asked the people that whatever seat Moses Kuria will come up to ask you, please give him that seat. And just after a few days from that, which of course, actually it was yesterday when we had a very busy day for the One Kenya Alliance and ODM and Jubilee, Moses Kuria posted that he is going to vie for the Kiambu governor position, that he's going to be in the race for the Kiambu gubernatorial race. And this actually came as a surprise. Most of the analysts have seen this as something to be within the Moses Kuria's framework of trying to test the waters. Remember, it is Moses Kuria who once told people that he will not vie for any seat this time around. He will not be in any elective position these general elections. But you know, we always know that we cannot trust the words of these politicians. So today, when the Oka team met with Moses Kuria, what can we deduce from this? What is the game plan behind this? You know, in politics, nothing happens out of a mere coincidence. If anything happens, then it was planned to happen so with set objectives, set intentions. So what is the objective of this meeting? The objective that we can define this meeting with is to form a force which will actually join the Azimio la Umoja. Because, you know, let's face it here. The moment you see Martha Karua going steadfast with Moses Kuria and organizing a force to come up to One Kenya Alliance, and you remember One Kenya Alliance had declared their stand to join the Azimio la Umoja, and they are coming behind President Uhuru Kenyatta. If you listen to Kalonzo Musyoka very keenly, he was so specific that it is President Uhuru Kenyatta who should take the leadership of organizing this coalition. So everything that is going to come here. Remember Moses Kuria when he was speaking in Thika. What did he say? He said something which is very crucial, that representation of President Uhuru Kenyatta, he takes it into account. And Moses Kuria is actually so close to President Uhuru Kenyatta, only that, you know, now he's coming with his party and arranging himself and trying to gain a ground in the central region is making him to think of another option, okay? And thinking of another option is to get like-minded leaders. And like-minded leaders, he must go to Martha Karua, and then Martha Karua is bringing on board the One Kenya Alliance, which they had a pact with to work together in 2022. So this actually may confirm at the end of the day, we'll have these guys forming a force, and this force is going to give them a standing edge to go and reason together with the Azimio la Umoja guys. Remember in my last video when I was telling you the Martha Karua factor, the Martha Karua pressure, you know, for Oka to have a force that they can reason with on the table with the Azimio team, then definitely they must have an increased bargain. They must have a higher standing. And a higher standing here must come when Martha Karua is not leaving the Mount Kenya Foundation, the Mount Kenya Forum leaders, who include Moses Kuria and Mugi Kunjuri. So because they went into a pact with the NAK Kenya, which is of Martha Karua, and at the same time Martha Karua is the leader of the Mount Kenya Forum for Unity, then definitely they have to wait for Martha Karua to organize Mount Kenya Forum for Unity, and then within that framework of organizing it, Martha Karua can take it and bring it to One Kenya Alliance. So once it is brought to One Kenya Alliance, then they will take it to Azimio. It means they shall have increased their standing edge. It means they shall have increased their bargaining power. And in politics, when you want to bargain the positions in the coalition, then you must bring in your standing edge level, and also be able to spearhead a specific intention that all of you are resonating in one voice. So, and actually with the environment that they met is also significant in this case, because you remember they met in a forest, and the place was actually serene, which is denoting a nature aspect. You know, we make it is nature that determines the future of everybody. It is nature that determines what is to come yet. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have this conversation continue. And just let me remind you, if you're coming to the channel, please take a second and subscribe. Thank you so much and have a great time.